distant shadows on the water. War cry erupts, steel clash sounding hotter. Viking drums pound, heartbeats quicken in the night. Call of the ravens, signal for the fight. It's a swing, ruthless marching, no retreat. Thundering steps, war drums say heavy beat. Blood on the fields rolling from the bow. Stories told, the firelight, legends growing old. Ravens calling for and drums of war take no place to pretend. Warriors stand strong, faithless till silence. We conquer these lands.
Hello, all of my fantastic, wonderful, and amazing Viking friends out there. I just came back from a little desert island in the middle of the Caribbean called Bonaire, or Bonaire, as the locals call it. Very wonderful culture, very wonderful people, cute little island, interesting food. Did I enjoy the food? Yeah, it was okay. But as I have discovered over the years, I do not go traveling for food anymore. I know all these influencers out there, they travel for food, and that's what their favorite thing to do is. I travel for fun. The experience, the culture, and the crazy things that happen. So, without further ado, these are some of the best videos that I have compiled. And so let's get this rolling.
Your destination is on the right.
After many hours of traveling, we successfully arrived at Diett Resort, one of the main dive resorts on the island. The resort traded the luxurious tourist stop for more of a simplistic yet tranquil place where the island's beauty just becomes part of its main attraction. We found our apartment and we were just blown away by how sleek it looked. I immediately liked the natural lighting in the first bedroom. It was also surprisingly quiet and it had its own air conditioning. Plus, the picture of the turtle was just an added bonus. Right across from the bedroom was a full bathroom. It was actually really nice. Next was the living area, and it had a kitchen complete with a stove, a microwave, a coffee pot, and a full fridge. What more could you ask for? And off to the left was a master bedroom. And it had its own bathroom. Now this was nice, but I actually liked the first bedroom just a little bit better, so I unapologetically chose that one. What made this entire condo worth every penny was the patio overlooking the courtyard. How beautiful is that? You can't get much more tranquil than sitting on your balcony listening to tropical birds while sipping coffee. What makes Diett Resort so special is that the resort sits right on the beach and offers 24 access to the water. After we put our bags in our rooms, we decided to head out to town to find a local market. I forgot how to drive on the island, and it is a very different experience.
I know. We're heading to the grocery store.
Okay, slow down.
Okay.
Turn left.
Okay, where that white SUV turned, you're gonna turn left. Or where that white Jeepy thing is, or these,
Okay.
turn left.
I'll turn. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna turn left. Sorry. Oh, crazy! I'm telling you, it's crazy. Hey, people here. Well, this is a beautiful area. I like this area. It looks like housing or maybe a hotel or something. I don't know. But we're going to take another roundabout. these roundabouts. Ooh. Very careful with these roundabouts.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Oh, I hope I'm going the correct way. My goodness. It's crazy. Okay. Make sure I'm on the right way.
Alright, so you're gonna be taking a right soon.
Oh, right
There
here
it
at
is.
the supermarket.
Your destination will be on the left.
Alright, let's go in the supermarket and grab some items. Okay.
Your destination is on the left.
A lot of parking situations going on over here. Alright. Whew, that's an adventure. Hi. Alright, let's go in.
Everything at the local market is written in Dutch, so there was a lot of guessing involved. We ended up buying some lunch meat and we found some cheese for snacks. It could be very hard to stick to any low-carb diet while traveling, especially with a carnivore, but with some patience and a lot of perseverance, it is possible to find something to eat for everybody. Okay, one of the craziest things I saw there, curry ketchup. It was recommended by one of the other people that went on the trip with me. Not really part of the tribe, but part of the ship, part of the crew. You know what I mean? Anyway, she said, you have to try their curry ketchup. And I was like, curry ketchup? That is crazy. So I picked up curry ketchup. And sure enough, it didn't really go on eggs. It really didn't go on much of anything. So I'm trying it. It's a very interesting flavor. So I'm trying it now on steak. Now, if you've been following the channel, I have introduced the Viking diet, or the Viking diet, the modern day Viking diet, as I'm going to put out my book in November. And very interestingly enough, steak is on it. Steak is in my Viking diet. Yes. And so I'm going to try the curry ketchup on the steak, which is actually not on the current modern Viking diet, but I'm making this video, so here we are. Anyway, another crazy part of the island was the company Cargill. Here's the logo right here. Cargill decided that they were going to take a big swath of the island and then dry out all the salt on these big, huge paddocks of land and then sweep them up and sell them and transport and export and all that. So the salt there is very interesting. They do have a little bucket that you can collect free salt in. Not sure where it's been besides the ocean, but then they sell salt all over the island. So I have red pepper salt and I have onion salts and I have regular salt. Now, if you are on any kind of diet that is low carb, keto, ketovore, or carnivore, or the modern day Viking diet, you might need some salt in your diet. Not too much salt because then you'll become salty. And salty is, well, it makes you salty. But just enough to replace some electrolytes. I know that it comes from the sea because as I was watching the tractors go back and forth on the salt flats, I was like, I wonder if they washed the tires on the tractors. And I can guarantee you, they probably didn't. So, tractor tires, Anyway, here we go. We're going to make this diced steak and continue watching this. The next morning, I headed down to the restaurant for an all-you-can-eat breakfast. My crew followed along with me. And like many buffets, there were plenty of carb options, but not a lot of low-carb or keto or even carnivore options. The key is to find the carnivore and the ketovore options if possible, and if all else fails, you can never go wrong with eggs.
For you, how many?
2.
Oh no!
Thank you.
And,
Well done.
And 4.
Yeah, we both will.
2, 3. Oh, sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
After breakfast, we headed out to explore the island. The island was once inhabited by the Quechua people. But in 1499, the Spanish explorers, led by Alonso de Ojeda, arrived on the island and found it to be a desolate and uninhabitable island. And many of the indigenous people then were just forcibly taken to work plantations on other islands. And by 1636, the Dutch seized Bonaire and took advantage of its natural sea salt beds. Europeans paid quite a high price for salt at that time, and Bonaire's arid climate was perfect for producing plenty of salt. The Dutch used enslaved Quechua and other indigenous peoples, as well as brought in African slaves, to put to work on the salt pans. And when slavery was finally abolished in 1863, the enslaved peoples had nowhere to go and no money to get anywhere, so they stayed on Bonaire. And today, many of the native inhabitants can trace their ancestry back to the enslaved salt workers of the 16th and 17th centuries.
So apparently we are lost. Not a bad thing because we're on the middle of an island in the middle of nowhere. And I mean, we have ocean, so that's good. But yeah, we are completely lost, and we were gonna go see flamingos. Guess we'll keep on driving around. Here we go. Guy's looking for a handout. We don't have anything, buddy. We don't have anything. Hi, buddy. Hi. Sorry. Totes. Totes of the goats. Daily goats. Oh, look at the little tiny guy.
We made our way up north and eventually stumbled upon Washington Slagbayi National Park. Covering about 5,643 hectares, the park makes up roughly all of the northern tip of the island. It was established in 1969 and remains one of the most protected parks in the Caribbean. Today, the park is a spectacular destination for nature lovers. Visitors can explore its natural springs, salt flats, rugged mountains, and rocky coves, all of which provide habitat for all sorts of wildlife, including flamingos and even iguanas. while its sandy beaches serve as an important nesting area for sea turtles. And even though I am not a bird watcher, I am sure that this park is a bird watcher's paradise. There are also many places to hike to. It would take all day to explore all of the scenic viewpoints, not to mention all of the historic sites. I was more fascinated by the ocean though. It was calling me this entire time. Okay, I'm going to put the diced steak in the pan. Oh no! Okay, while that's cooking, watch this. The next morning, we woke up to the sound of tropical birds. I enjoyed it, but my sister could not drink her coffee in peace.
I feel like somebody's watching me.
I decided to try a cheese omelet today with onions, ham, and tomatoes.
Tomato or your everything?
How's the everything?
Everything. Okay, so
Thank you.
And of course, the bacon. You cannot forget the bacon.
Bacon me, sir. Thank you, thank you. Good.
After breakfast, we made our way to the docks to board our dive boat.
He's a crab. Who's crab?
Once on board, we headed out to do some diving. With over 80 dive sites in crystal clear water full of sea life, Bonaire is one of the best places to dive in the world. The water is a comfortable 27 degrees Celsius or 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and it makes it perfect for a relaxing day of diving. Alright, here we are with our diced steak. All it is just diced steak. So we're going to, well, first we're going to try the onion salt. So again, not too salty. Oh, that's going to be a lot of salt. Oh my gosh. A little bit of salt, a little bit of, that might be a little too much salt here. Okay. Boy, they really know how to pack these bags. They're not going to jippy on salt, that's for sure. They have a lot of salt there. Okay. First is the Bonaire onion. Cebola, zibuelo, onion, salt. Now, if you're curious and you haven't been to the island and you don't have a plan to go to the island anytime soon, you can do bonaireseasalt.com and they'll ship it to you. Not sure how much that costs, but I'm guaranteeing it's less than a plane ticket. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, that's salty. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Oh. Hold on. That is great. That is great. Okay. Next, we're going to try the pepper salt. The red pepper salt. I don't know why these stickers are on upside down. Something that I would do. Okay, so I'm going to try a little bit over here. I don't know if this is hot, spicy. I know it's salty. That's for sure. This would be really good for hamburgers. Onion salt makes it good. I'm pretty sure I know what the salt tastes like. Just the regular Bonaire sea salt. Okay. Stop playing with your food. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, that's a little spicy. Ooh. Just a hint of spice. I think it was not super spicy. All right, let me retaste that, knowing that it's spicy here. Okay. Now together. I know this is going to be crazy. Okay, right here. Okay, a little bit of spice, a little bit of onion. A little bit of onion, a little bit of spice. Everything nice. That's still too much onion. Too much salt. That's still too much salt. Okay. All right. So this is it together. So we'll see what happens here. Okay. Too salty. A little spicy. Oh, yeah. Spicy onion. Okay, hold on. Okay, that, my friends, is delicious. And I will be having the rest of that after this. My goodness. Ooh. That is delicious. On our last day there on the island, we decided to travel around to explore the town to see what it had to offer.
No, you go that way to Diett.
Are they giving rides? Are they giving rides?
Maybe.
Gonna take a video of you and you got shy?
Eventually, we made our way to the Kadushi distillery to find out how they make Kadushi.
Ooh, that was fun. There was no filming there. So we'll have to just look at all the pictures.
Kadushi liquor is made from a cactus on Bonaire. The process starts by harvesting the cactus, removing all of its spines, and then peeling and drying the skin. The dried peelings are then ground up into a fine powder. The powder is then mixed with water, sugar, and yeast and left to ferment. And then it is distilled twice. The liqueur is then mixed with other flavors of the island to make a signature liqueur only sold on Bonaire. We're going to put the curry ketchup on our steak. Now, I do have to admit that I am trying the modern day Viking diet. I want to make sure that it works before I release the book. There might be an app involved too. I don't know. Anyway, so this isn't on it at all whatsoever. But for you guys, I am trying it out on steak. Maybe it's delicious. I don't know. I haven't tried it out on steak. I know it wasn't good on eggs. I didn't like it on eggs. So, and everybody else was dipping into it, as you can see. So, it must be really delicious. Okay. So, here we go. I'm going to try it out on steak. I am not sure if you can get curry ketchup anywhere in the United States. Curry ketchup might just be a Bonaire thing. Don't know. Okay. I don't know if I should try a big chunk or a little chunk or I don't know. This is a lot to taste. Hold on. Interesting. I don't know. Let me try it again. I don't know. Got an idea. Here we go. Onion sea salt. Okay. A little bit of spice. Just a little bit. Not much. Okay. And lastly, a little bit of curry ketchup. Okay, here we go. Looks good, looks great. Okay. The combination might be a winner or it might be a loser. Who knows? A little bit salty. Still a little bit salty. Hold on. Turns out putting a lot of this salt makes it salty. Makes it really salty, actually. probably had enough salts to last about 6 years. Whew. Okay. Okay, let's try it one more time here. Okay. So it's spicy. It's a little zingy, a little tangy, and it has an acidic back end to it. It's really delicious. And then paired with the salt, this makes it a little spicy. And the onion adds an onion after flavor. Too much makes it really salty. So you have to be very, very, very careful on the salt. Otherwise, like I said, you'll become salty. Anyway, I'm gonna eat the rest of this while you finish this video.
As I headed to the plane, I was genuinely sad that the trip was over. There is so much to see and do, but there's just not enough time in a week to do it all. So the only thing that I can do is just plan on returning one of these days.
It's almost done. There's a hair on it. Why is there a hair on it? As you can see, it is almost done. Beep. Oh no, it missed. This might just be a Caribbean. This might just be a Caribbean thing. My goodness, what is going on? Oh no, this was open. Oh no, I almost lost my onion salt. Oh wow. Still a little bit of spice, but it's really nice spice. Okay, last but not least, we're going to put the curry. Okay, next we're gonna put the curry ketchup.
You okay?
Asshole.
Everybody, rock your body. Everybody, rock your body right.